Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and another special feeding episode. This time we're going to be feeding a fellow that I picked up in the Galactic Expedition Maze, which you can see is still going there over on the right side of the screen. He was on a limited time path, and frankly, the only thing I'm interested in the maze. This is, of course, Captain Copperbeard, and unfortunately the captain's boat appears to be sinking because he's got a couple of locked ruin slots. Perhaps we can fix that sometime in the near future. So anyway, he is a legendary, he is metal, and of course he is mechanical. You can just look at him and see he's mechanical. So let's just find a spot for him. I think I only have one, but I am making a new habitat right now. Had to get rid of some individuals. It's a very sad situation. Okay, that is a handy parrot. Very handy parrot indeed. Alright, so there he is right there. Okay, Hansel. No, we're not going to call him Hansel. We'll find some cool piratey name or some kind of mechanical thing. We'll find something for him in the future. Alright, well, this is Captain Copperbeard. He is, of course, a legendary. He's metal. He has the very, very useful Mountain attribute, which makes him immune to all forms of stun and freezing. Those include the mega versions of the two. Alright, let's look at his strength. Okay, his strength is pretty nice. His life, he's above normal. He's a little bit on the chunky side. Speed isn't bad considering he's, big, strong, mechanical type dude. So all of those are very useful indeed. Let's check out some skills. I will cut you. Low physical damage. And then we have Coster 4 pounds, deals moderate metal damage. Okay, I do not get the reference, but then I don't need to get the reference, right? And then, of course, that very interesting special skill, Curse of the Cosmos. Deals massive special damage to all enemies, may stun all targets. All right, that's very useful, especially the massive damage part. Brave and ambitious, Captain Copperbeard is determined to find the most valuable treasure in the universe. The One Piece, perhaps? Yeah, I already named somebody Luffy, so I can't do that. To this end, he has assembled a spaceship he calls the Curse of the Cosmos, and gathered a crew of raiders. Like any pirate, he has a bodyguard, his parrot. The only one he can trust. Well, the parrot has already shown himself to be quite useful, so I think the captain has chosen well. But anyway, I don't think anyone's going to give him a captainship looking that small, like even if he's had a devil fruit, right? So I think we should start feeding him up. So I got some tomatoes for you, dude. Open wide. So we're going to his first evolution. In the days there used to be evolutions. And of course there he is. And the parrot is already with him. His lifetime companion. Okay, unless he sends him away to destroy somebody and then come back. He does his job quickly. All right, let's continue to feed him because we want skills. And the first one is at level 7. Old Salt deals heavy metal damage. 50% chance of making target bleed. Wow, that's interesting. We're getting right off to heavy metal damage. Okay, so this is... I'm guessing maybe he's going to be a damage dealer. Don't really know his skills too much. Kind of tried to avoid him when fighting because he's kind of scary. So I want him to be scary working for me. So let's continue to level 10. Small Parroties. Okay. Deals moderate special damage, 50% chance of burning target. Okay, well this one can burn. It's not quite as damaging as the first one, but it is special damage. So we'll see what happens with that in the future. All right, let's continue. Let's get to level 15. More skills. Weird 6 pounds. I do not get these references in weight. Deals moderate metal damage, 50% chance of stunning. Okay, so we got a couple of things here now. He looks like he's going to be doing stunning as well. We'll just throw that there because why not? We just got to get rid of those 50% chances there, right? All right, so let's continue. And level 20. Dead Men Tell No Tales. Deals massive metal damage. May make target bleed. Wow, that's a great one right there. Well, obviously, it's an update of that, so Wow, massive at level 20? Okay, I get the idea. Good things are coming, right? So let's continue to level 25 in his final form. Howitzer, 24 pounds. Okay, is that a reference to like the size of the cannonballs? I have no idea. Deals moderate metal damage, may stun target. Okay, so obviously it's an upgrade of that one. A bit more damage. You know, right on the borderline to high damage. But more importantly, it's a stun and it's a 1-round cooldown. So yeah, we're taking that one. Okay, and there he is, his final form. The captain. He's in charge. And he's got a hook. And he's got a parrot. Yep. Very dangerous individual. Now let's go. To level 30. More skills. Parrotaze. Deals heavy special damage, may burn target. So we're just getting upgrades now. I mean, good upgrades, though. Yeah, right there. So with the burning one. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to go in that first slot there. We got some options, don't we? Let's continue to level 35. Parrotaze Squad deals moderate special damage to all enemies, may burn all targets. All right, so we got that one. We're just going to throw that one up there for right now. So I guess the parrot calls in all his friends to help, right? All right, so let's continue. Are we getting upgrades from here? Level 40? Blankly 12 pounds. Moderate metal damage to all enemies, may stun all targets. All right, well, that's more useful in the first spot. It looks like I'm going to have to start making decisions. Am I going to get group versions of all three of them? All right. Well, obviously the one that stuns is more useful, but the one that burns is better in terms of damage. That's a very good question. Am I going to get one of this as well? Probably not, because this one is the massive damage, so I think that's the last in that chain. Now, I want both of them. The question is, what do I get rid of? The single target stun or the single target burning? Well, this one does more damage. It's my only special attack. Oh, I shouldn't say that. The group one is a special attack, too. In other words, the burning ones do special damage. That one is also the best group damage in terms of damage and also gives the burning, so that's very useful. But I do want the group stun. All right, I'm going to put the group stun in the front for the moment. I just like them to be there, you know, the one that I'm going to go to first. We'll see what else comes up for a moment. I'll fix them in the end, though. I do want that other one, though. We're just going to take a look. Okay, that's an older one, right. That was the first stun. All right, so let's continue. All aboard! All ally skills cooldowns become active again. Oh! That's a 0 cooldown. He can use that whenever he wants, too. That is really useful. That is very, very useful. It's really hard to say no to that one. And that's a great support skill. Mind you, it's costly. I mean, chances are you use that later in a fight. You're not going to lead a fight with that. Unless, of course, somebody does something bad to you. I mean, if you get your cooldowns reset early in a fight, you can just set them all back. So, I mean, it's really hard not to take that one. Okay, I'm already taking a group stun. And this one does the least damage of the hits. I still need to get the burning one. The group burning one. I'm probably going to swap it with that one. So I think for now, I'm going to put this one here. Because that one's just really, really useful, you know? And I believe that's the last of the skills. I just want to see if I get the group burning back. Nope, not there. It doesn't cost me anything to switch. I just want to see if it'll be convenient for me. Obviously not. All right, so let's just go in here. I don't think I missed anything, but I do want this one, right? I want the group stun. We're going to keep the group stun. I'm going to keep that. That's his biggest single hit, and it's the only way he's going to have of making individuals bleed. So I'm swapping this one. I mean, this is a group burning, group damage attack, and it's pretty good damage, too. So, yeah, I'm going to take that one, right? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah. And I do believe we got everything. All right, so let's just step out here again. Let's take a look at some stats. Okay, his strength turns out to be pretty good. His life is above normal. Speed's not too bad considering what he is, and that's a giant mechanical pirate captain, right? So these are some good stats here. Okay, so let's look at some skills here and see what he's got. All right, we're going to lead off with this one. Blakely, 12 pounds. I'm guessing that those are references to cannon fire. I don't know. I've never heard these references. I know so very little about pirates on the high seas. All right, so let's see. Deals moderate metal damage to all enemies, may stun all targets. All right, so this is a 3-round cooldown. This is a group attack. It's metal. It's going to stun. So it's pretty good denial. You know, stun's good denial. There are individuals who are immune to stun, kind of like him. He's immune to stun because he's got the mountain attribute. But, I mean, this can be very, very useful. So, a good start-off skill. All right, then I grabbed this one. This is all aboard. This is, I guess, kind of his special thing. I don't know if he was one of the first individuals to have this, except, of course, for Temerian. I know Temerian has something like this. So, I don't know. I know it started propagating to other characters, so I'm wondering if he was around one of the first ones to get this. This is all aboard. All ally skills in cooldown become active again. In other words, it resets the cooldowns. So if you have somebody who messes with your cooldowns, he can just put this right back. The good thing about this is, of course, it is a 0 cooldown, so he can use it anytime he wants. And if his cooldowns get reset, he can use this. So this is a really good skill. It's a little high on the stamina, but you're only going to use it if you really need it. If you're using this one, then chances are you really do need to use it. I had to remove a damaging skill for this, but I think that this is probably a better choice for him. After all, he's the captain, right? He wants his guys to be able to act. All right, and then we have this one. Dead men tell no tales. Deals massive metal damage, may make target bleed. Okay, this is two things. One, it's the only single target attack that I kept for him, right? It's also the only one that does bleeding. He didn't have any group attacks that did bleeding. He has group attacks that do stun and group attacks that do burning, which we're going to get to in a second. But this one is his biggest single damage attack, and it does bleeding, so that's the reason I held on to this one. All right, then we have this one, Parate's Squad. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies, may burn all targets. All right, so this one is more damage than the first one, right? It's kind of the borderline between moderate and high, if you believe the gauge there, right? It also sets them on fire unless they resist it or they're immune to fire or something like that. So it's pretty good damage. He had 3 things coming up. He had stunning, he had bleeding, and he had burning. He got group attacks for the stunning, and this one, of course, the burning, which is the reason I say the single target one, which again did the most damage, for the bleeding, just so he could do all 3 of them. So he does a lot of good damage and a lot of good stuff here. So he's got denial. He's also got some support with all on board, and he can set them on fire too to do damage, and he can also bleed and really hit one guy really hard. So he's actually very, very good. I was really counting on him to be good, and he is indeed, with some pretty good stats too. Now, unfortunately, my situation is that I have his rune slots locked, which is not a good thing. If I had all 3 of them open, I would probably use him with 2 damages and probably a support speed. I'm really starting to like support speeds these days in individuals who are not pure damage dealers. He doesn't fall into the category of a pure damage dealer. He does have like that supporty one all aboard, and he also has the stuns too. I wouldn't actually give him an individual speed, but I would give him a support speed for the team, so that he speeds the entire team up. I find those are being very useful these days. The captain here, he's got denial, he's got some support, and he's got damage too. He's got 3 different effects available to him: stunning, burning, and of course bleeding. So he's very, very useful, and he is going to be in the next testing video, which is probably only going to be a couple of days. We'll have to see which day it is. It might be Saturday, because I think that's an off day for Monster Legends. Anyway, this is Captain Copperbeard. He is actually really good. I always refer to him as like the metal mountain because the mountains seem to have elements associated with them, even though there is like a duplicate in there when you talk about Oros and Montezuma. But I consider him to be the metal mountain, right? Because that attribute is just really, really very useful. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. So thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games because games are fun. See ya.